Hello folks, it's time for a mashup video. I've got about 42 cars and a couple of bikes to show. Mostly all Gaslands builds really, minus one, which I'll show first. This is obviously before I did monthly mashups. I haven't done one for about a year. This is like a 2022 mashup. So this is the first vehicle. And just rearrange my lights. There we go. It is, excuse me, it's an Erikenstein rod back half with a Ford pickup front half, and I've done an engine and a radiator. Did this a while ago, came out really nice. The matte black looks really good, and my cat's just jumped up. Get down, get down. Always nosy. Yeah, so that's one. It's no particular order to these either. It's just as I grab them off the side. So that's the first one. This is the second one. It's a low lux rear end with a Chevy La Troca. It's a Chevy pickup. It's a La Troca Hot Wheels on the front. Again, another chop 2 cars in half, join the bits together vehicle. Came out really nice. Another favourite of mine. Yeah, just looks good. Next, 32 Ford with a Thingiverse engine on the front. Real simple build. I've got lots of 32 Ford builds. In fact, I'll do them all now. Just fighting my cat. 1 second. Get down. Get down. Trying to find the other 32 Fords. There's one. Next one. Got the front of a Midnight Otto on a 32 Ford, which came out good as well. Have I missed one? Can't find the other 32 Ford. Oh well. And then obviously quite a famous one is Elvis from Mad Max Fury Road. It's only in the first 10-15 minutes of the film. This is the second Elvis build I've done. Previous build's gone to, I think, going to America in the end. I'm not too sure, but it's got a North Star MG, Cam Steel Designs magazines. They do the best like drum magazines, ammo tins, etc. Cam Steel Designs blowers, and 2 32 Ford engines joined together. A little bit of scratch building. That came out really nice. Found the other 32 Ford. This one's got the standard engine with a Dice Mechanic Games blower on the top. I went for a sponge sort of red / rust effect on it. I got Deuce Coupes. That's another hair. Ooh, cat hair. Deuce Coupe I've finished this week. Cam Steel Designs wheels, Cam Steel Designs drum magazine, North Star figure, Dice Mechanic Games gun. That came out really nice. Super pleased with it. In the same vein, got this. Dice Mechanic Games everything apart from the magazine on the gun and the air filter on the side of the engine. So the MG's Dice Mechanic Games, the driver's Dice Mechanic Games. Yeah, came together really nice. Excuse me. Nice little buggy. Would you call it a buggy? I'd probably call it a buggy. That's the Track T by Hot Wheels. Got a Willys with a Dice Mechanic Games air filter on it. A little bit of mesh. It went for like a turquoisey colour, which I thought was pretty nice. That's come out really good. Chevy, 57 Chevy, North Star guns, Thingiverse engine, and some mesh. Had one of those opening hoods, and I just cut out the engine bay, which some people would be sacrilege. This is called Cutthroat Red by AK. It's almost a pink. In fact, it looks pink in all lights. So, hey, it's what it is. Let's do this. Oh no! I knew that was going to happen at one point. Let's zoom in a bit. I've got a Honda City Turbo. Bit of improvised arm using the windscreen with some rivets and some mesh. And a little Anvil Industries flamethrower on the top. I do like these Honda City Turbos. Just basically a more modern Mini. Talking of minis, got my first Italian job car. Lots of bits here. The roof rack's my own design. Twin MGs, my own design. The front bumper, my own design. And then I've used the windows at the back with some rivets on to make it look like armoured panels. And then meshed the windows. That's the first car of my Italian job. And this is the second car of my Italian job. Not sure, I can't remember which car the engine came from, but yeah, so I've got a different engine in there, mesh all round, and then Dice Mechanic Games rocket launchers where the headlights were. So that's the second. So I've got red and blue. Just need to build a white one now. Something a bit different. Got a Porsche with a machine gunner at the front. Mixed reviews on this one from people. I quite like it. Some people don't, but it makes sense to me. So I've got some armour panels made out of plastic card on there. North Star driver, North Star gunner, North Star machine gun, and a Cayenne Steel Designs drum magazine on that. That came good as well. I think this is a 57 Chevy. 56 Merc, actually. Ooh, sacrilege. 56 Mercury with Uncle Tony's garage engine from Vauxhall House. Yeah, a little bit of mesh. Love the engine, love the mesh. All went together really, really well. I didn't do the chrome. I think I might go back and do the chrome on it because it does look pretty good with the chrome done. Next up, Jaguar. It's got twin engines in the back with Cayenne Steel Designs with superchargers, just for a laugh. And then obviously I've got the hats on the top facing backwards, and the engine facing backwards, and the intakes facing forwards. Whether that's realistic or not, it still looks good. And I've got a little pop-up Dice Mechanic Games machine gun on that. Like I said, it's in no particular order. Midnight Otto, which gave the front to this vehicle, with a Thingiverse engine, and then I did a sponge rust paint job, which came out really nice. I'm super pleased with it. So yeah, that's another little doody. Dirty / rusty Corvette. Was a gas monkey Corvette, but giving it the rust job. MGs are from again North Star. I use a lot of North Star guns, if I'm honest. And then like a rusty / dusty paint job. This one's pristine. Off-road Charger. Couple of little bits on it. North Star MG and the Cayenne Steel Designs drum magazine that I use a lot. And the fuel tanks, again from Vauxhall House, Uncle Tony's garage. Slightly clean. Now this is like a toxic / neon green sponged over black. And it's come out like this, which I quite like on the Pontiac. Detailed the engine, a little bit of mesh, a couple of North Star machine guns on the roof, and that came good. This weird thing, I can't remember what it's called now. Formulator. Did a little video on it. It's got Anvil Industries machine guns on it and a blue paint job. That's really it. It sort of lends itself well to sort of futuristic-y, more cyberpunky look. Right, we're getting on to the punks now. Did a whole series of punks with drivers, etc. So I've got this InGen Jurassic World vehicle, stuck a machine gun through the vent, North Star machine gun, North Star driver, you can just about see in there. And I've got a technical with a punk, North Star machine gun, North Star machine gunner, and a drum magazine from Carmsel Designs. Oh, that came out nice. On the same with drivers or punks, should I say? Got this. Ooh, got this North Star Implements of Carnage 2 buggy with punks again, green hair. I just added a jerry can on the front, which is a Carmsel Designs jerry can. And I've got this T-bird, I thought it was a T-bird. North Star figures, again, red, I said proper red rather than a pinky red, and then twin North Star machine guns on the front. That came out really, really nice. Little row of punks. Let's go. Then I've got this one, MG. It is a GT, MGB GT. My brain's failing me this morning. Anvil Industry engine, and then North Star machine guns, and then like a British Racing green / rusty paint job. A little bit of mesh, and then I did the standard armour plates, which is just the windscreen part in there that I cut off with some rivets. Another there's a cat here. Another rusty vehicle here, with some plasticard and rivets, etc. And then like a little mini gun from Anvil Industry. I've got a big hair right on the top of it. Bloody cats. There you go. Not a North Star machine gun. It's a Dice Mechanic Games machine gun. Yeah, came out nice as well. Bit of a rusty bugger. And then I keep on doing that. Cheapers. Keep on knocking the blooming camera over. It's on one of these Gorilla Pod jobbies, and it's really, really small. It's got magnetic feet, but my desk isn't metal, so it doesn't really help me. Got this VW Brasilia. The gunner is a Big Mr. Tongue, Mike Tongue design. The engine scoop bit is one of my own designs, and then the slatted window pieces are from Carmsel Designs, and then I just use the windscreens with rivets for the rest. The Giant Destroyer. It's like it's meant to be a souped up AMC gremlin, I believe. They call it the greased gremlin. Greased gremlin, yeah. Lots of bits on this. So Carmsel Design rear wheels, Carmsel Design jerry cans on the back, Anvil Industry machine guns, and then some decals. This is passing gasser with the most obnoxious exhausts ever. So they're a Thingiverse file, designed specifically for the passing gasser. And I just added a single North Star machine gun on the top. Blocked out the sunroof with a little panel. Kept the parachute because obviously it's going to go dead fast with these exhausts. Either that or it was sucking a pigeon or something. Got this jacked up Mustang next. Carmsel Design wheels again, and North Star machine guns again. You can see a trend here. I like the parts I like, and I tend to use them again and again and again. This is my Hillbilly Chevy Nova Gasser wagon. Pretty much standard apart from a little bit of mesh. Kept the rear windows, and just added a couple of Anvil machine guns on the roof, and then sponge paint job, rusty brown. Got this jacked up widened Beetle. It's a Hot Wheels Beetle. Comes to design rear wheels, 3D printed engine, comes to design exhaust, which I've cut and shut, and a Dice Mechanic Games little RPG on the roof. Yeah, cut around the panels, like I say, use the rear part of the windscreen, rear windows, and the rear side windows. Put a couple of rivets on there, and then I did a rust paint job with white sponged over the top, and then a wash. So that came out really nice. I really like that paint job on that. Came out lovely. This is featured in its own video. Chevy Bel Air Gasser with an engine swap, which is a mashup of two different engines. So it's a Dice Mechanic Games engine with a Carmsel Designs blower on the top, and then an Anvil Industry machine gun cannon. Cut the cab in half, but there's a video all about it. Oh, and Carmsel Design wheels on there as well. The mystery machine. Rusted the hell out of this thing. It's just a basic Hot Wheels mystery machine with a Dice Mechanic Games minigun on the roof. I think that's an appropriate bit of armament. Came out nice. Really happy with how the rust came out on that one. Got this RX-7 Interceptor. A little bit of a Mad Max look with the fuel tanks, etc. in the back. Did a little North Star machine gun. Made the magazine myself. Dice Mechanic Games pipes poking through the hood. Yeah, it came out nice. It's a little bit of a mini Mad Max homage. A little bit of armour on the sides. Yeah, I like that. It came out really nice. Next up, I've got to remember what this is. It's the Ion Motors Thresher. Another Hot Wheels. Did an engine, which is I can't remember where I got the engine from, if I'm honest. RPGs are Dice Mechanic Games RPGs, and I did some mesh on that as well. Right, buzzards. Buzzards. This is the original buzzard I did, which is like a really, really shonky, awful looking, I think it's Matchbox. No, it's a Corby Mustang Cobra. It's shonky looking. Added two Dice Mechanic Games harpoon guns on the back. That's the sort of theme for it, harpooning other vehicles as it goes along. Then I got these next four I made in the last week. So that's a bone shaker with a Dice Mechanic Games air filter, blowers / intakes, and loads of handmade spikes. This one elicits a bit of a response because it triggers people who have a fear of holes, which I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, another buzzard, a couple of Warhammer chainswords on the front, rusty paint job, no sponge on this obviously, used rust powder as well. I've got another buzzard with a flamethrower, Anvil Industry flamethrower on there, a little bit of mesh. Yeah, it came out alright, that one. I quite like that one. Nice little Beetle. Then I've got a Ford coupe, Matchbox Ford coupe, again with spikes all over it. So yeah, I've got 5 buzzards now, which is just nice. Do like a buzzard. And last but not least, I've got some motorbikes. Let's put these all on here. So these are all from North Star. I did a little bit of conversion work on the one with the gun, so I chopped an arm off another North Star figure with a gun. And I know that that's his throttle hand, but it was the only arm that was available. So I'm just going to go with the rule of cool. It could just be about to land from something, so you could have drawn it while it was revving. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But yeah, couple of North Star. The scrambler bikes, like the off-road bikes, are cool. And then I've got an Akira style. That's the paint job I went for. Superbike. I do like the motorbikes. They're a fanny to paint, but I do like them. So if you keep the paint job simple, they come out all right. Put red trousers on one as well. Kept the other guy in all black. But yeah, a little bit of dry brushing on the blacks, just to bring out the details. And that's it. That's 42 vehicles, 42 cars plus 3 motorbikes. I'll just take these off of here for a sec. Also, in that same period of time, I've done 2 commissions, 2 war rig commissions as well. I've done 4 commissions. What I'll do is I'll stick some pictures in now of the war rigs that I did and the other commissions. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to show you. No, I really think that's it. All right then, folks. I'll catch everyone next time.